On the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Odion Esther, is asking the court to compel her husband to be responsible for the upkeep of their children.
All rise. Court in session. Honorable Judge Fumi Asaolu presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, this case is between Odion Esther and Joseph Odion.
Thank you. Joseph, your dressing is inappropriate for the court. Do you understand me? Because of next time. Do you understand? You dress properly. Okay. So Esther, you brought your husband to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll read her claim to you. She said, for the past 3 years plus, now, I've been the one taking care of the children, paying school fees, feeding, housing, and other things. And I don't want the marriage again. And your own response is that you are debunking the allegation that you've totally neglected the responsibility towards your children. But instead, it's Esther, the plaintiff, that has denied you access to the children since the day she took them away from you. You did not drive her away. She left before she believed you have a girlfriend outside your marriage, and she cannot let you sleep with her anymore. On that note, she packed out of the house, and all efforts to bring her back proved abortive. Since then, she did not allow you to see your children. You don't know the school. She has changed the school from the one you put them, and you don't know where they are now without your consent. And she doesn't pick your call, nor call you for anything. As at the time you were still coming to get some things for your kid, she will not let you get to them, and she will throw them at your face, disgracing you publicly. That's his defense. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So, have you been denying access to the children?
No, ma'am.
When was the last time you saw the children?
That was 2022.
2022. When 2022?
We had the misunderstanding, like as I just stated, that she left. So during the time she left, I made several efforts to get her back, but she said she's not coming back. So at some point, she started taking me to police station here and there, arresting me at Ikotun police station, area M, and as well as Idumo police station. So to that extent, I met...
What was her claim at the police station?
Her claim was that, like the police said, that she said she gave me money that she gave me 300,000 that I used to buy small car that we were using, that she also gave me 200,000 naira I have a land I bought, that they should collect the documents and give it to her. That she belongs.
Whose name is on the documents?
It's my name.
It belongs to you, even if it's your money.
So
that's the law.
So
if the two of you buy property, the appropriate thing is to put your name. And you not put Mr. and Mrs. It will be Mr. Joseph and Mrs. Esther Odion, because there can be another Mrs. Do you understand me? Okay.
So in that process, I was seeing the pressure police were mounting on me. It was becoming too much because where I was working them, it was like, come today, come tomorrow. I keep taking permissions, and my boss were not taking it anymore. So I discussed with a friend, what do I do at this instant? I'm at the verge of losing my job. So he asked me to speak with a lawyer who helped me to write a petition, not against her, but her eldest brother, who was also a police officer, that was just directly manipulating her, and then threatening me at the same time. Then also the policemen that were putting pressure on me to bring the document to them. So we went to the commissioner office, and the commissioner appointed Super James to oversee the matter. And they appointed 7-men panel to oversee the matter. And then they invited the policemen. They invited our senior brother too. They came there to defend the allegation. At the end of the day, they found them guilty, and then they treat their case. So immediately they don't, though the police claimed that it was my wife who asked them to get the document for her. So then after that was where they mentioned her name, that the police have to invite her into the matter. Then when they bring her in, then she said, she admitted that yes, she was the one that gave them money to get the document from me. So at that case, the commissioner was having interest in knowing what happened that got us to that extent. So the commissioner instructed Mr. Super James then to ensure that he settled us, and then we go back home as husband and wife. So when Super James and the policemen assigned to settle us put some effort to ensure that they unite us, she kept insisting that she's not going back. But they were like, okay, fine. Nothing that has happened based on what both of us has explained that has not happened in any marriage before. All marriage has their differences. People see things, and even themselves over there, they have treated several issues that are even much more difficult than what we just explained to them. That, madam, why don't you just change your mind? Your husband said he wants you back.
She insisted, even in her claim. I read it out now.
Exactly.
So that's a settled.
So when we about leaving the police station, then when she insisted she's not settling again, with all the effort that the police has made now, they now ask her, the senior brother came, who is also a police officer, and told the police that their father has decided their parents, because police asked us to advise us to go and meet our parents, because they contacted our parents, who advised us to come to the village in case if there is any traditional effect that they will just say to us, they will come back to Lagos. So she claimed she doesn't have money to go to the village. Then the police now took money. They asked her, he said 5,000 then. So police took money from me and give it to her, and just to pacify her, to ensure that we will go to our parents, to the village. So when I was about going to the village, I called her and I told her I will be going today Friday. She said, why am I telling her? I said, because I want you to know that I will be going. I'm going already. So she said, I'm on my own. Then I went to the village. When I get to the village, I also called her because I expected her to come that Saturday. She said, if you are in the village, you are on your own. I said, well, I was expecting you, but I have got you to the village. Maybe if you have arrived in your father's house, let me know. Let me mobilize my parents to your father's house.
She didn't turn up.
She did turn up after she has collected the money. So when they asked her to report back what happened at the village. When we report back at the commissioner office, so I told them I went, but she refused to turn up. Then they asked her, with all this effort that we'll be begging you all these days, your husband wants you back and the children, you still don't go back? You still don't go to the village for the settlement? She said she didn't go. Then there, the senior brother, who is also a police officer, stood up before the police officers and told them that the reason why they advised her not to go is because they have done meeting with their father. They have called their father in the village, and they have decided that this marriage is not going to work anymore. That they have decided that they are going to return my bride price to me. So the police were like, Oga, are you the one that will marry your sister? Why this kind of decision?
The plaintiff, Esther Odion, claims that for the past 3 years, she has been solely responsible for the upkeep of their children since she separated from her husband. She stated that she is no longer interested in the marriage. The defendant, Joseph Odion, claims that Esther started to deny him conjugal rights because she thought he was having extramarital affair, and eventually she moved out of their matrimonial home with the children. Joseph claims that Esther has been denying him access to the children. Judge Fumi wades into this matter.
You know what? All that, what we can get out of that is she didn't come back to the house.
Yes.
No problem. When the question I asked you, you have not answered.
Yes.
I said, when was the last time you saw the children?
December 2020.
December 2020. So you have not set eyes on them this year.
Yes.
Is that correct?
No, ma.
Do you know the children's school?
As at present, as we speak, the school I put them, she withdraw them from the school without my consent. I don't know where they
You
are.
have to give him access to
Ma,
the children.
he was
no,
not
just wait. I'm just telling you what the law is. You're going to speak, you know. I'm just telling you the position of the law. If the children are with him and he's the one denying you access, I'll tell him the same thing. You have to give him access to the... How many children do you have?
2.
2 of them. What's the age of the children?
10 and 8.
Okay. So it's access you can have now, not custody. They'll be living with her because they are young.
Yes, ma'am.
They'll be living with her, but they'll be coming to you. You have to disclose the school they are to him. So you need to have an unrestricted access to them in school to check them anytime. And holiday period, you share it equally. First half of the holiday for you, second half of the holiday for you as well. Now you have to pay their school fees.
Yes, ma'am.
When you find out the school they are, you pay the school fees.
Yes.
Then you give her upkeep for the children on monthly basis. But you'll be having access to those children as well.
Okay.
Then you provide hospital for them. Now the issue with the hospital is, it could be you can pay directly to the hospital when they have medical issues. Or if you have any hospital that is close to where they reside, you can make it available for them too. So they can go there anytime, then you'll be picking the bill. When they call you, you pay to the hospital, you know. So now for the children, how much do you want to... As I said, you can see them on weekdays in school, Monday to Friday. She has to disclose the school to you. And during holiday, you share it equally. Now, how much do you want to be giving her for upkeep of the 2 children?
As for that, man, like presently right now, I don't have a job. Like right now. But to the glory of God, if she have not chased me out of the side of the
Look,
street.
that you are crying over split milk.
To the glory of
Where
God.
we are now is how to move forward.
Yes.
These children must feed. You know that.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure you feed. You don't look pale. You look very healthy. In fact, all the 6-pack, they are on. You know, and anybody that is hungry will not think of going to lift weight. You know that. So now when we're talking about your children, there are 2 of them, they are very young. So you have to provide something for them.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's why I'm asking you. I know what to do. I can easily say, but I'm trying to give you that privilege of coming up with something. Then we can discuss on it.
Okay, ma'am. So in regards to that, ma'am, I will pay their school fees. If
That one is, look,
Then-
you must pay. It's not like I will. You must pay school fees. That's what the law says. You pay their school fees. You provide medical facility for them if they fall sick. Then they have to feed. You know. So on the feeding, that's the one I'm asking you. So what? Because you see, she's going to take care of their clothing, shoes, you know, those, take them out, every other. You know, with where children are, she will take care of all those ones. But these are the ones that concerns you. Just food, school fees, and the medical bill.
to the glory of God, I will try as much as possible to be raising 20,000 naira for the children.
You know, 10,000 naira per month cannot feed a child. 10,000 naira, 3 meals a day.
The reason why
Let's even assume without considering that each child is spending 1,000 naira for 3 meals in a day, which we all know is impossible. But let's even say somehow she's able to subsidize that. It's 1,000 naira per day. With less than 2 weeks. For one child, the money is gone.
Is the reason be that for now, I really don't have anything serious I am doing for now. So
That too.
No, ma.
Where does it work?
It's Anumba. He drive well.
I'm not I do Uber. Immediately they sack me from work. I actually did Uber. But I am not the owner of the vehicle. So the owner of the vehicle withdrew the
You're
motor.
making money.
The owner of
I'm
the
giving
vehicle
you,
has-
I can easily say how much I want you to pay. So come up with something reasonable. Come up with something. Don't let me just, I'm ready to give that. So come up with something very reasonable. Because 2 children for a whole month. Unless you want
Mama,
to be giving,
sorry, ma. I wouldn't want to say something.
you'll
At
be
the end of the
kicked out.
day, we still come here and started.
You want to start giving 10,000 naira, 10,000 naira per week, or you want to be paying the 40,000 naira at the end of the month. Which one do you think is more convenient for you?
Judge Fumi helps both parties to reach amicable settlement. After the break, Judge Fumi rules.
I will be able to put things together before at the end of the month. So weekly is not always guaranteed because the way I go out now.
So month end, by the last day of the month, if you want to split it into 2, you can. Do you understand? You want to pay in bits, but the bottom line by the end of the month, make sure you have transferred 40,000 naira for the children and pay their school fees. Provide medical facility for them. Get the information about the school from her. And I want the 2 of you to go to the school together so that you won't get there and
You chase me out.
they will tell you that, yes, they have a standing instruction. So you go there together. You can take a copy of the judgment along. So go to the school together. Then let her introduce you to them and give you an open visitation right. Monday to Friday, you can go and see the children in school. Then holiday period, the first half of every holiday, let the children be with her. The second half of the holiday, let them be with you. Unless, I think I would rather have you have the first half. You know why? If they are with her for the second half, that's towards the resumption. She can prepare them towards school resumption. So you always have first half. I want to do of you to learn to co-parent without friction, such that you can even discuss, are you a Christian?
Yes, ma'am.
And she's a Christian, because Esther is a Christian as well, you are Joseph as well. So one of you will take Christmas, the other one will take New Year. Then the following year, you can reverse it. So that's my judgment. All right.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have you been cheated or have a dispute and want justice? Don't take laws into your hands. Log on to www.thejusticecourt.com and submit your case.